What's going on, guys? This is Frank from Stogie Society Podcast, and welcome to episode 70, where today's guest is Joey Perkins or Joe Perkins from San Pareil. Is that right? Close enough?
Bingo.
Semi? All right, good. We got this.
Guy.
But before we start, I'm going to go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors. First off, it's Luxury Cigar Club. Don't forget to use first time 15 for your cigar purchases. Purchase a box. These boxes that they've been sending us have been phenomenal. I don't have one offhand.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone else has one offhand. But this last month was really good. I'm sure next month's going to be great. But definitely check them out. And also check out Above the Level Construction for all your foundation, concrete, block, and retaining wall projects in Los Angeles. Call Chris at 626-265-1657.
Awesome.
And Joey, welcome to the show, man. It's good to have you. We've been talking for a bit now, and it's finally good just to put a face to the name, into the voice, into the text, and everything.
Thank you guys for having me, man. It's kind of surreal. You know, I watched you guys a lot today, and now I'm here with you. So
Nice.
They say never meet your heroes.
I was scared. I heard Steven was a bit of a butt.
Oh man, I gotta play nice.
It's pronounced Ugo.
It's pronounced Ugo.
Thank you for that.
So we're gonna go ahead and go around and what we're smoking and what we are pairing it with. I'll go ahead and start. I am doing the blue, and this is the Piramide, and I'm going full on redneck. I'm doing the Rebel 100 rye whiskey.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, right on. I also have the Piramide, and by the way, this is a 6 1/8 by 52 ring gauge at the foot. At the cap, it looks like, I don't know, maybe like a 48. Looks pretty thin, so it's definitely a Piramide for sure. And it seems to have, or according to the website here, it's a Criollo 98 wrapper, Dominican binders and fillers, and we might get into that a little bit later. But I'm pairing it with a very easy sipping tequila. It's the new Herradura Cristalino. It's only 70 proof, so it's a very easy sipper, and it's got some sweet notes. I read that this one is kind of earthy, and it's got some coffee notes, so I think it's gonna pair well.
I'm doing the blue as well, and I am
right.
not consuming the alcohol. I had the wife make me a vanilla latte with bourbon cream to go with the blue that pairs exceptionally well. So that was my choice.
Okay, good
Dude,
to know.
bourbon cream sounds pretty good for coffee.
Yeah.
Oh
Very
yeah.
nice, very nice. So I have the red, which is the Ecuadorian Corojo wrapped over Dominican, and just lit it up. I got a couple pairings to show off. I went with the Abina Candlewood, so non-alcoholic sipping soda to pair with. Supposed to go great with Dominican tobaccos.
Okay.
And then I also brought out the Caniche Perfection Double Wood, so rum from Panama. So see how this goes.
You said double wood.
Double wood.
All right. And I am smoking the purple, which so far I will say is very good. And I also want to say, I think there was a comment, somebody said they may have to light up the green for this. Yes, please indulge with us. I'm drinking the Woodford Reserve Double Oak. It's a very easy sipper, no burn. I've been on this bottle, obviously, recently very heavily. And
Surprised you still have it, bro.
No, he just opened it a little while ago, dude.
Well,
the podcast started.
I'm at the point where I've already bragged about my cholesterol on Instagram. So I also have a 0 sugar root beer. So that for the next 2 hours, I'm not just drinking and bragging about something else on Instagram.
If I didn't geek out on episodes for you guys today, I would say this is your 4th episode you've been on that bottle, man.
Oh, thank you. Hey, that's very generous of you. This is probably the 2nd, actually, but thank you.
That's why I said I'm surprised he still has it. He usually finishes on the first episode.
He called me out. We had a distillery send out a bottle to me, a mutual guy we know. And remember, Ugo, I held up Ashton Distillery, this much left. You said, you got that like 2 days ago. I was like, this is the internet. But anyways, we're all very excited to have you here. So
Nice.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
And Joey brought his fan base. We got Jared Burrows saying, "What's up, Joey?"
Yeah, that's my guy.
There you go.
What's up, guy?
Yeah, I'm sure you guys know the cigar guys down in Florida. I got a lot of jokes about them tonight, but I'm gonna hold them till later.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about them is I'm jealous that they always have San Pareil, like every single like post podcast. I'm like, you lucky mother.
Alex,
Well, there's a reason.
Alex, yeah,
Yeah,
Alex is he's an ambassador for San Pareil, so he does a lot for us, and he handles social media for us, and I mean he's one of our number one guys.
He's great. He's great at it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, solid. Nice. Yeah. And speaking of the cigar guys, they're the ones who are lighting up green diademas.
we're trying to influence them into it. They did say might, so go ahead.
Come on, you gotta do it.
We got to now. We got to
complete I started to light up the gold Super Lancero, but I sent you guys the blue coronation and wasn't going to flex that way, so I stuck with you guys with the blue.
I wouldn't have been mad.
You could have, yeah. We wouldn't have put it against you, man. I would have loved to have seen it.
I wouldn't have been mad. I would have been jealous.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah.
For Lancero.
If you buy the extra leg room on a plane, I don't expect you to sit beside me. So
there you go.
I'm 6'3", 260. I need the extra leg room.
No one's judging.
Yeah. And we actually have San Pareil cigars in
the
tab.
No one brought the sparkling water?
I always got it in reserve.
I ran out. I'm indulgent.
It's just a hand reach away. Awesome.
So let's go ahead and get it started here. So Joey, first of all, congratulations on the new role, man. It's an amazing position. How did this opportunity come with San Pareil?
It's an incredible story, man, and I'm excited to tell you guys about it. So I frequent cigar lounges. Obviously, I've been smoking for several years, 15 plus, and have naturally and wasn't trying to network. You just build that network through friends. I had developed a lot of friendships in a lot of these lounges, and one of them, the cigar seller in Kennesaw, Georgia. Me and the tobacconist were really close. He turned me on to Sans Pareil. The first Sans Pareil that I had was the Gold Jetto, and it ruined all the other cigars that I was smoking, with at the cellar. And I started going back there specifically for that brand. And he dropped the bomb on me one day. He's like, "Hey man, David Swinburn's actually local. He comes through here every now and then. You ought to come." And he was hosting an event. This was on a Thursday, and I couldn't make it because I was, I had to work, so I ended up missing him. And then I found out that same tobacconist, he posted on Facebook that it was his last weekend, at the cellar. So my wife seen it and was like, "Hey, we should go tell him bye." And I was like, "Great idea." So we go up, and the place was packed. You can't go to the cigar cellar without a reservation on a Friday or Saturday and expect a table. So we just showed up. We're going to have a drink at the bar, tell him bye, well wishes, and head on. And we walk in, he sees us, he throws his hands up, and he really heartfelt said, "Hey man, out of all the people that, I'm really thankful you and your wife come in and told me bye. It means a lot." He goes, "But guess who's here?" And I'm like, "No idea." He's like, "David Swinburn." I'm like, "Get out of here." I was like, "Introduce me."
Mm-hmm.
So we walk over, and we make introductions, and I talk with him for a few minutes, and we go back to my table, and I'd had friends that met us up there as well, and the tobacconist went out of his way and put a table together for us up on stage, similar to like a little VIP section. And my friends were like, "Man, this is impressive." And he goes, "You got a little pull in this town." And I laughed, and I said, "No, not really." And before I could get that out of my mouth, the tobacconist had already brought me an old fashioned, and I didn't even order yet. And my buddy looks at me, and he smiles. And about this time, David sends over a couple of Sans Pareil cigars. So we got free cigars. He got me a drink on the house, and my buddy looks at me again. He goes, "Bro, who are you?" I'm laughing. I'm laughing. So we're smoking, and David comes up and and sees how we're doing and makes the comment. He's like, would love to spend some time with you guys. He goes, let me know when you're back out. He goes, I'll make it a point to come out and see you. And I was like, great. But I just met him. It's one of those conversations that you probably never see this guy again. And we ended up connecting on social media. A few weeks later, the Kentucky Derby was going on, and he goes, hey, man, what are you guys doing? I said, we're headed to date night. He goes, I got you 2 seats at the cellar. Come hang out with me. So we come and we sat down and we're smoking and having a good time and was talking about my history in cigars and what he does and what I do. And it literally turned one thing into another because I've been in sales for, 15 plus years. And he jokingly made a comment about getting into the industry, and I just shrugged my shoulders. I was like, I ain't looking for greener grass, man. I'm 42 years old. And he was like, okay. So the more we hung out again after that, and he got a little more serious with me about the conversation. And it was a little vague towards the end of the night. And I asked him, I finally looked, I said, so what are we talking about, David? And he didn't say anything. He stood up, shook my hand and said, welcome to the team. And I look at my wife and I was like, what just happened? And so I took on the role part-time from July of last year until December, and closed a couple of big accounts, and got some good relationships, and it went from there. And November, December come around, we started talking about goals in 2026, and I said, listen, with my full-time job and trying to part-time with cigars, I said, I'm doing both of them half-assed, or I need to focus on one of them. And we decided to take that jump and put me full time to focus on increasing the footprint in the U.S. And we've been doing it ever since. So
that's awesome.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
that's an amazing story.
Yeah,
I love it.
Very cool.
So yeah, we had some people here. We had C. Coulter, who said it's a first time viewer. Thank you for coming on. Got told some good things about y'all. Someone probably lied to you guys. Sorry. Good evening, beautiful people. So,
Awesome.
So for those of us that are just starting to get to know you, can you tell us your background before the cigar industry?
Yeah. So before, I got a big law enforcement background. I was a cop for almost 10 years. And I did just about everything in that profession that I wanted to do. I got in and I was canine. I was a canine officer for a couple of years. I was on SWAT for a couple of years. Started policing in my hometown with the sheriff's office, and was on the road for a while, and got in the car chases, the foot chases, the fights, and done just about all of it. And it was to the point of retire doing it or get out. And I'm not the best political ball player. Frank will probably tell you with my sense of humor just through Instagram. Yeah. I speak my mind, and that doesn't go well all the time in law enforcement. Sure. And then I got out of that and got into sales with a company called MSI. So it's a hard surface company selling countertops, tile, flooring, sinks, commercially. And I've done that for several years, and did really well. MSI is a great company. They got, I think, 52 or now 54 locations across the country, and I really enjoyed and I built a very big network with that company, and that's actually bled into San Pareil. Some of the lounges that I deal with now with San Pareil, we're going through remodels, opening new locations, and they're using some of my contractors and a couple of my builders and fabricators, and they're calling me and they're like, man, I name dropped you, man. I'm working with this lounge and so, and this is who I talked to. And I'm like, man, that's incredible, because I linked them all together. So it's all just, it's just a small world.
Awesome.
Nice.
Cool.
What happened? Did you get tired of chasing bad guys, or why'd you leave law enforcement?
Oh my gosh. So in that industry, man, you never deal with anybody on a good day. It's never their best day. It's very toxic. You bring it home sometimes, and you have to have a heart for it. And the men and women that do it on a daily basis, there's so much respect. I've got so many friends that are still doing it, and you got to be able to weather that storm and be willing to do it for the amount of money they get paid. And it's like any other profession, like teachers, they just don't get paid enough. And when I got into sales, and I say this as humbly as I can, when I got into sales, law enforcement can't afford me no more.
Makes sense. Yeah. Unfortunately, I say, because officers risk their lives every day, and it's unfortunate that the salary is not up to par with that danger. To be honest with you,
Yeah, for
not
sure.
that I'm a cop or anything, but just appreciate law enforcement on every aspect.
I used to work for Highway Patrol in here in Texas, and man, I got to meet all these like amazing troopers that, I mean, they literally will jump in front of danger for anybody as
Mhm.
part of their duty, and they never question it, they never complain, they just do it. So I mean, I have huge respect for law enforcement.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we
Same.
got several law enforcement and viewers, and AJ is, I think, one of them. I think he's in law enforcement, right? We got Steven Ayon out in Chicago PD, and then DA Exotics. I'm assuming he's law enforcement. I haven't seen him in a while, but but
I'm
whereabouts did you were you in law enforcement? Are you still located in the same area, or?
Yeah, so I live just west of Atlanta, and I policed in Atlanta and just outside Metro Atlanta.
Oh, okay, right on, Georgia. So you're on the East Coast with
I thought
Randall.
I thought that was a Georgia accent. Can you guess where I'm from?
Listen, I would be cheating. You're from North Carolina.
Okay. Maybe
I watched the episodes.
Yeah. I
I
must
studied
say,
you.
what's up, everyone? I'm from North Carolina, and this.
Every episode's like, hey, this cigar tastes like something I had in North Carolina. It's like a sugar. I'm like,
guys, there's a
I could've-
barnyard
North Carolina,
or
bro.
a North Carolina barn in this.
Randall, I could have totally cheated and been like, oh man, that sounds like North Carolina. I'm not sure, and then played it off. But no, I was honest with you.
Hey, you could, because when people tell me I have an accent, I'm like, I don't hear it. But,
It only took y'all 5 minutes to call me out on mine. I figured it'd been faster.
it takes they're used to mine, but yeah,
Yeah, we are.
Southern accent is hard to hide. We don't know what words we're saying slow, right? We don't know what we're saying
up,
slow.
Mel?
We're just like, I hear water too.
It's not actually San Pareil. It may be San Pareil. I don't know.
It's pronounced Joe Perkins now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh wow. Hey,
This
yeah,
this is going to sound wholly inappropriate, but I have a friend
Wow.
who's French, and he has subtly let me know that when speaking French or attempting French words, there's things that we don't exactly, as speakers of the American English, we don't exactly do with our throats that allow the proper pronunciation of certain words.
I'm gonna leave those jokes right there, Steven.
You just leave it right there.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, Josefa says, I like the way you talk. I like the movies you watch.
That's about right. That's about right.
That's funny, man.
so
Now I was just gonna say,
ahead.
in the Mexican states, pretty much every state has an accent. So if you're like, good at it, you can kind of like say what that person
Their
states
cadence.
from. Yeah, man.
Their cadence is like,
No, it's bad, man. If you really pay attention, it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So
Anyways, sorry, Frank. Go ahead.
no, you're good. I'm saying that Joey was also the bodyguard for David Swinburn. Yeah, we've seen pictures together. Yeah, that's what it looks like. It looks like the bodyguard.
Oh, yeah, and I told Frank he's got some broad shoulders, not as broad as mine, but he might be catching up.
No,
one
no.
day.
What exactly what Hugo said was like, dude, this dude is yoked. So I'm like,
Hey, I'll be honest, dude. I was wondering why y'all used a picture of me, because Joe has my hat, my shoulders, and everything. I was like, dude, my birthday episode was last week. No, I think he's a little bit more yoked than I am, but I digress. But Tony
Yeah.
says that Steven has a pretty mouth.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Thank you.
I just get it.
also real
my
quick,
Quit
give a
setting
shout
me
out
up
to
for jokes, man. I can't sidestep them. Y'all quit setting me up.
Take the bait.
If David's watching, I'm sorry, Putty. I'm sorry.
real quick. We're gonna take time to shout out one of our brothers, Randy Wheeler. He's from the Cigar Dudes podcast and Ironclad Cigars. He was voted Justice of the Peace So
we're
congrats,
going
buddy.
back.
Nice.
Yeah, he was he was running and he actually got it. So that's awesome. He was all nervous one of the episodes. So
Oh,
cool.
Trinity,
Shout out to him.
Texas. Dope.
very cool.
So what first drew you into premium cigars?
It's honestly, Frank, it's nothing that drew me to it. This is, your first question about, my background in this, and those are it's difficult questions for me to answer. And when David put together the press release, with me taking over this role, me and him sat down and had the conversation of, people, looking into my background and what I do. And it's because I don't have a background in it. I've done it as a hobby. It's nothing that drew me to this. It's something that this is too good to be true for me. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. It's even sitting here with you guys, and I'm gonna probably tell too much here. This is my first podcast. You joke with me, in the messages. I probably know a lot. No, you guys are taking the virginity of podcasts right now.
You're popping your cherry. Gotcha.
Great, pop the cherry.
I tried to say it more. You know what? I'm just going to start speaking.
He's trying to be classy, guys.
Chat, clip that. Chat, clip that.
San Pareil's in the chat. Be careful. We need to be.
Yeah.
Chat.
So what drew me to this, and this is the best answer I can give for that question. And I wouldn't have jumped ship from my full-time job for a lot of companies. Of course, I asked questions about David, in the industry when I started back in July, around the lounges, and I found real quick that the industry is a small world. Everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
And I got unanimously told just about everybody about the salt of the earth, type of man David was. I was already a fan of the cigar. I knew it was something that would sell itself. I'm good at sales, but this is something that when you're cold drawing it, when you light it, the rough edges that are not there, it's a good aged premium cigar. And I was like, this is something that could go really well. And so it's not so much the industry or premium or luxury cigars drew me to it, is that he was a good salesman and brought me on to do sales for him. And that's what I'm doing. And it's going to be ultimately, our retirement plan. It's something that I hope I do the rest of my life, and I really enjoy it.
Very nice.
Very cool.
Awesome. Just to butt in real quick, Joey Perkins and San Pareil are giving away a 3-pack of cigars.
Yes,
Is
sir.
that correct? So enter #Royal, not San Pareil because it's kind of hard to spell, and Royal is the line that he's giving away. So #Royal.
He's trying to make it easy on you guys.
Make it easy.
We want to make sure you guys enter, and that's right there. It's what is a 3-pack
Beautiful.
of the petite coronation.
Yes.
And from the Royal line. So #Royal. Not case sensitive, so it could be uppercase, lowercase, and then we'll pick a winner somewhere by the end of the show.
I can only speak for 33.3% of that giveaway, but definitely worth it for just the one cigar. So if you win just the one that I've had so far, which is this purple, fantastic.
The blue's been very smooth for me too. Like I've been enjoying it. I even wrote it down on our Discord. I'm like, hey, this thing is smooth.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I have a kind of self-serving question, Joe, but I'm an ENFP personality type, so I have to know, why did you choose us as the first podcast? Was it just timing when we reached out, or was it like?
So no, it was absolute. It was timing the way you guys reached out. There have been talk with others, including the cigar guys. Cigar hustlers. Me and David are flying down March 17th, and getting with those guys. There's one here called Cigar Life with Dwight Banks. He's a big San Pareil fan. So there's several lined up. The timing of it just worked out with you guys, and I couldn't be more honored, man. If it was going to be my first one, I'm glad it's with you guys.
Thank you.
We're very
I love
happy to
that.
hear that. Thank you so much.
Thanks, man. And thanks for the giving away that 3-pack to our viewers. They're always very consistent, and we got some pretty how do you say it?
Loyal,
Supportive,
loyal.
Royal.
Yeah.
loyal viewers. Yeah,
Not royal.
Viewers, yeah.
Royal.
yeah. I was gonna say royal.
And honestly, we love to see the names we recognize. Like when they win, we're so happy for them.
Mhm.
Like
We
seriously,
have to see
because
yeah,
Yeah.
anyone who wins, we're happy for.
I mean, we're
Listen,
happy for everybody, but we love when someone wins and it's like, oh, we know them. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
So,
So-
you talked a
ahead.
little bit about the Lancero, which I kind of just looked up right now. I cheated. I was looking at your lines. Currently you offer 4 different lines by color, right?
5. Yeah,
Oh, 5. Yeah, including the gold.
including
green
the
and gold.
Okay. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? I mean, you're the salesperson, so you kind of you got the ABCs down of that, or
Yeah, absolutely. So the initial 3 that we have, the red, blue, and purple, it ranges from the Corojo from the red, the Sumatra with the purple, the Criollo 98 with the blue. The tasting notes that go with those are incredible. And obviously everybody has different palates and
yeah,
different taste is incredibly personal. So even with that range of flavor with just those 3 series, I still say confidently that we bat 1,000. Even somebody that doesn't like a really spicy cigar with that Corojo, with that being a 7-year aged cigar, that spice, those rough edges are really shaved off. You're pulling it, you get the notes of it, you get the spice in your mouth, but you don't get that aftertaste. There's no really film or grit that you have with a cigar that's not really aged or it's got that Corojo wrapper that has been produced and shipped out. The Sumatra is obviously very smooth. The Criollo 98 is probably one of my favorite. When you get into the other lines like the green, the Habano wrapper, you do get a little caramel and cedar notes with it, but it's more what we call like the Cuban experience. If you've had a really good Cuban cigar, it's not obviously not marketed that way. That's just what we compare it to. And the gold is I love Maduro. I like the sweet and the bitterness of a Maduro wrapper. So that's why gold obviously is one of our it's my favorite, but it's one of our best sellers. With it being and that's the only line of the 5 that are as age minimum 10-year. So you got to think a Maduro, a 10-year age Maduro that has sweet cocoa flavor. There's just nothing one that it can't pair with. And I've not met anybody that has had it that had any kind of complaint with it. So that's by far my favorite, and not just because I'm representing San Pareil. And I mean, I'm an Opus fan. I'm a Padron fan. I like Oliva. I like a vast majority of the legacies. I like a lot of the new boutiques that have come out, but still that Jetto's tough to mess with.
dude, that's dope. And you said a key word for me, Maduro and sweetness. For some reason, a lot of the Maduros I've had, they lack that sweetness that a Maduro is supposed to have. You know what I mean? Like, by definition, it should have some sweetness. And most Maduros that I've had, it's like all pepper, all boldness, a bunch of earth, which is cool. You can get that from the blend, but where's the sweetness at? So
it's got just enough, man. It's just really enjoyable.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
All your blends are aged, right?
Correct. Yeah, the 4 age minimum 7 and the gold's minimum 10.
And that's something we can't get back as time. So that's a great starting point for people who don't age their cigars, right?
the key word there is minimum.
Minimum,
some of these golds, the series that we have they're going on 12 or 13 years, aged. And some of these other lines that we have that we've kept reserved at the factory, they're now 9 and 10-year age. So you just never know.
Oh wow,
Very nice.
And then I also saw that y'all have like another type of fermentation process where you do it like 4 times and then.
Yes, we fermented 4 times, it's deveined and then fermented again.
Yeah.
So does that mean that you get it from the pilones, you devein the tobacco and you put it back in pilones for fermentation, or is it from hanging fermentation?
Veined and then unveined.
Yeah, but the tobacco ferments in the pilones, right? Like in the bundles.
Correct. Yes, sir.
So then it gets deveined and then it gets put back in bundles.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, awesome. That's dope. That probably gets rid of a bunch of impurities, right? In the tobacco leaves.
You're asking questions above my pay grade. You go.
Okay, cool. Right on. I mean, just I was just wondering.
I'm not a I'm not I will never bullshit you. If I don't know, I'm gonna tell
That's
you
cool.
I don't know.
That's awesome. No, that was an interesting. Frank took the words out of my mouth. I was actually just gonna ask that right now because it's something that's spelled out on the website, so that kind of caught my attention too. That's awesome.
So there's a question on the chat that says, "Will he sign the box?" I'm working on an office lounge and plan on putting empty cigar boxes on the wall. So Joey, and then San Pareil did say that both you and David will sign the box.
Yes,
Yeah, awesome.
we've done several of the we started calling them smoking socials. I know you guys, a lot of people call them cutting lights, and it's
Cutting lights, yeah.
people, it's the reps that stand behind the tables and introduce a cigar to people that walk up to them. And I'm a mingler. I like to get to know everybody. And you may get 40% of the lounge that walks up to you, and the other 60, don't have any interest, or they're out at their table, and I get to know everybody. But yeah, we typical the events we'll do a special box that we give away, or if somebody buys, like we just did a Super Lancero, the last event we did. We gave the initial, has the 4 new coffins that have the San Pareil writing on it, and then it has the original coffin the Super Lanceros came in that David signed the back of. Was real special.
Nice.
How does that feel? How does that feel that you got somebody asking for you to turn their cigar box into memorabilia with your signature?
It doesn't. I don't feel. It's imposter syndrome. A to Z. I don't feel like this. Like it's to that level yet. But I just did it again. A guest at the last event had a book. This guy had the thing was that thick, that was full with cigar bands he had glued into this book. And the first one he had smoked with Sans Pareil was a purple, so he had a purple band in there. And when he walked in and seen me, he goes, "Man, it's so glad to meet you." He goes, "Please sign my book." He opens his book up, goes to the purple band in the page, and shows it to me, and hands me a Sharpie. And of course, my wife is there. She's super happy about it. So she's videoing it. So it was a very surreal moment. But yes, we will sign the boxes for you.
Nice, man. That's awesome. You're gonna be at events just Sharpie going, just signing people on somebody's face. Yeah,
now,
I can see it now.
Going to different booths in PCA, the Fuente booth, signing their boxes too. Hey, oh no, I can't. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Now, are you doing anything in North Carolina? I mean, I'm like right above you, so like.
Yeah, I can't. You know what? I can't even get my cigars in the Luxury Cigar Club, much less North Carolina. So I don't.
Well, I gotta reach out to some local shops and be like, "You guys don't have this? Like, are you even real?
That was my thought, Steven. You're supposed to laugh at me, man."
Yeah.
We actually do have a question about the availability and who stocks them, because apparently luxury sold out. And you mentioning that you have like specific or like lounges that offer the cigar. Is it just at the lounges, or how does it work?
Yeah, so we are very selective where we put the brand. We don't flood the market. Here in Atlanta, we've got places. The Red Phone booth, Cutters and Alpharetta. There's a few places that we did go to, like Sandy Springs Cigar Villa, and that is just by word of mouth. And it's all they a lot of them seem to be related family wise. So that's why we put them there. But most of the places like the Artisan, Georgetown Tobacco, Empire Social in Miami, a lot of the bigger lounges are where you're going to find San Pareil. And of course that footprint is growing. There's places in North Carolina, several in Texas that we want to get into. But yeah, there's not many. If you were to go to the website, we've just added on that website where you can shop, and I think we're 19 states now.
Nice.
Yeah. And I know you have in Nashville, because I was down there. And what's that cigar lounge by
the Ariston and Nashville Cigar?
The Ariston, there you go. Yeah, because I was there, and the tobacconist there, she showed me these, and I was like, oh, I'd never seen those before.
Yeah.
But that's cool.
They're one of
Yeah.
they're one of our great retail partners, man. I really appreciate it with them.
Yeah, very nice lounge, man.
The first place I heard of y'all was in San Antonio, the Club Humidor.
Yeah.
And there's a guy that's I follow him. His name is Joe. I think it's Joey as well, right? Joe Torres or something like that. But he always is posting a Sans Pareil cigar. He's always smoking that big old gold Lancero, and I'm like, this mother. And every single post he puts, he has all the boxes of San Pareil.
You would think that Lanceros would be more of a novelty, that they don't move as fast, but you would be absolutely wrong with these. And I don't know why they just we can't keep them in stock. I mean, we constantly we get new shipments in, and they are all allocated out, so they move very quick.
That's so cool. I mean, we hear a lot of brand owners talk about that, and some brands are very reluctant to even get into a Lancero line or do a line extension for a Lancero because they feel like they worry that there will be collectors that just want to buy one, stick it in their collection, never smoke it. And I think, at least my understanding of the brand origins, that this brand is built on that Lancero. Am I right or wrong?
Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. That there's only two master rollers at the Tabacalera Palma factory that are even allowed to touch that cigar. So Hochi takes the Lancero very, very personal.
Nice. That's
very nice.
Very nice.
Consistent.
Yeah. Does David like Lanceros, or how did the Vitola come into the portfolio?
That is that's between David and Hochi. They had it's something that, if I hope I do the story justice. Something that Hochi wanted to prove with the entire San Pareil line, and the Lancero was just part of it. That he's the Tabacalera Palma, they're part of Rough Rider and La Galera, La Instructores, and San Pareil. So that's part of what he wanted to really show the world what he could do.
That's dope. Yeah, especially a 13.5-inch Lancero. To get a draw for that thing, I haven't smoked a cigar, but I'm pretty sure if they get sold out, it's a great draw, great construction.
It is. It's believe it or not, it's way more enjoyable than I would have imagined. It doesn't. There's so much consistency with it all the way through the entire cigar. It's a solid 90-minute smoke from start to finish. So it's definitely a commitment in time, but it's good all the way through.
That's dope, bro.
Very cool. All right, guys, if you're joining the giveaway, please also like for Joe for the cigar, because I can only speak for 33.3% of the giveaway, but this is a fantastic blend. The purple band, it's fantastic. Make sure not only do you join the giveaway, you like, so that he knows he's welcome and everything else. So anyways,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Get those hashtags. Oh my God!
You just whip that out.
Never mind what I said. Like for the 13.5-inch Lancero that Hugo just grabbed in his. Hugo's Friday lives have just gone 4 hours for Hugo.
If we hadn't been live for 40 minutes, I would light this thing up right now.
Go ahead. Hey, I dare you. I know you have more. Come on.
But is it a double dog dare?
No, it is. Do it for us, please.
I triple dog. What is this, Christmas story?
It is Christmas. Do
Ralphie, wait.
Go shoot your eye out, kid.
That one, poke your eye out.
Yeah.
The deal with that one, yeah, for sure. Yeah. So also don't forget to get the hashtag Royal. I mean, I don't know if I think you said it, Randall. That's want to repeat it again.
Definitely join the hashtag. Definitely, we love to support our guests. So hit the like button, let them know they're welcome, and also let us know, have you tried their cigars? Have you heard of their cigars? Because if you haven't, it's a great time to start. Because I mean, I can't speak for the other guys on the panel. I'm enjoying my first cigar from them. Frank said he had the purple. He was like, it was great. And yeah, no, dude, I'm totally agreement for you.
That got me started.
Dude, what I like about this cigar is that I'm smoking like 2 cigars in one. Like I started with the Toro, and then it's ending like in a Corona size. So that's pretty interesting.
Dude.
With the blue, that's what I smoke, and I say I smoke every morning roughly. But the Petite Corona, it's one of those. It's a shorty little 15-minute smoke with a latte in the morning. It's my go-to.
I love that. I love that. Morning smoke with a coffee is, I think, one of the greatest things in life.
It's so underrated.
Oh,
You have to do it.
Absolutely.
So your go-to then is the blue and Petite Corona with a coffee?
Oh yeah, for the morning.
For the morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your
I
perfect
see his
San
own
Pareil
answer.
day? How do you build the day?
Oh my gosh! If now I don't smoke 3 a day on most days, and I can't say that if David's watching because they're not mine to smoke all of them. So,
Sure. This is just an imaginary scenario.
If scenario, yeah, you go.
That's why it took me 3 months to reorder samples.
What if samples are missing, guys? I don't know what happened.
As a Southerner, my druthers would be
Yeah, for real. No, the blue in the morning, green probably in the afternoon, and it's a toss up between the purple and the gold if I'm smoking a third one for the evening.
Okay. Okay, nice.
So kind of finish like on a mellow note.
Well, if I'm eating something, it depends on what I eat for dinner. If I'm having like steak and potatoes or something like that, and I will absolutely have a red at the end of the night to kind of complement that.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
Very nice,
San
very
Pareil,
nice.
the San Pareil account saying, "Let us know if you want David to join. He will."
Ooh.
Whoever's managing this account, it looks like they're the big shot in the company.
they're volunteering. It looks like they're volunteering David. I was gonna say David, but David.
David.
I did.
David
If he's watching, I sent him the link to join.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
If you guys
Get him
want to
on
jump
here.
on, I'll give him a shot.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I
that
didn't
13 and a half incher.
Because we're classy.
Hold on. I'm calling you.
I think you might have to send him the link though. Not sure if he can forward it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can forward it or not, Frank. I forwarded it to him. I don't know if he can join from that one, can he?
I'm not sure.
Let me
What's up, Cali Cigars?
Hey, try to jump on with that link I sent you.
You.
Bye bye.
Come and put on a shirt.
what
Nope. No pants needed.
He's
No
just straight.
pants, so you can put a shirt on.
what's his last name?
No, I just about pulled a Deadpool. He's straight shirt cocking it.
There you go.
Dude, I almost short cocked it myself. It's like 7 degrees out here.
God, this
Nobody
little-
wants to see that. My
All right, you
cholesterol's
officially-
good, not my chest.
You can't post episode 70 now.
Oh no.
No, trust me, it's been worse, dude. This is like
my
PG-13 right now.
Yeah, this is my dinner tonight, so I'm kind of like FUTC. FU. I can't even spell the curse word. I'm done.
Randall.
Frank, I'm gonna send you David's email just in case he can't get on with my link.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
guys.
If you don't mind.
While he's doing that, hashtag Royal. Sorry, go ahead.
Hashtag Royal, yes sir. And yeah, let's take a second to shout out the channel sponsors, Luxury Cigar Club. Remember to use first time 15 for your first time purchase. Doesn't work on Cigar of the Month Club packages, just on regular cigar orders. Because I think AJ was saying that he previously ordered and he was trying to use the code, but it doesn't even work for the Cigar of the Month Club. By the way, thank you, AJ, for joining the Palladium tier. Awesome, bro. Hope you enjoy that. And also Above the Level Construction. They're located in Southern California and are available for all masonry, concrete, block wall, driveway, everything related to concrete. Call Chris at 626-265-1657. All right.
Very nice.
Moving on. Oh, who's the handsome Southern brother? Not Randall.
Things JD would say.
Ding ding ding.
Another solid guy from North Carolina, but he's an LA native. We just sent him over there just to do some reconnaissance work, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because he loves Cali.
Yeah, sure he does.
That's what I'm saying.
Especially the Texas.
So before David gets on, give us the deets. What wink wink shouldn't we talk to him about?
Oh, dude, this is open game. You know, let it fly. If we've not got into the dirty stuff yet, we're not going to.
Wait.
I started.
We still got about 45 more minutes.
I started to joke with you.
Go ahead.
I started to joke with you guys. When I was watching your other episodes, with the other owners, and you guys are real thorough with the cigar sizes, and you know the ring gauges, and obviously you guys are very well versed in all this. There's Swinny right there.
All right, everyone, calm down. All right.
There we are.
But you guys are so well versed in the ring gauges and the sizes. It was a little intimidating to me. So I picked up our price list and I was sitting there going through the sizes to make sure I was pretty fluent.
Studying up.
Oh, you're good. Ugo's gone.
Oh, what was so funny to me is when I was watching your guys' episodes, this is the only part in a male's life that we are so accurate with sizes when we are groomed the rest of our life to embellish 1 or 2 inches. Or unless you're the cigar guys down in Florida, you embellish 3 inches.
Oh, geez.
There you go.
Dude, I finally figured out how to make my cigar 8 inches. I just fold it in half.
You can fold yours?
Folgers? I love coffee. No.
David's like, I wonder what the hell did I just get into?
David's like, where's that end button?
Apparently, size does matter. So
Yeah.
All right, welcome, David.
So David,
All right,
what
you
got,
guys.
what's going on, man? So I'm gonna jump in right away to the question, man. What got you started with the San Pareil? Like, how did this come about?
Oh man, so San Pareil got started, of course, from the passion of cigars. What we were seeing is the industry it has been going in a different direction of what we thought the industry should go. Even when we went to the trade shows, if you go to the trade show even this year, you'll see robot dogs going down the trade show floors. You'll see people sitting on thrones. You'll see all this guerrilla marketing. You're like, what is happening to our industry? Like whatever happened to this, right? And we just saw that and we said, listen, the industry needs this to go back to what it was originally for. And so that's when the idea of, okay, Sans Pareil needs to be that cigar without equal. And so that's where we said, okay, we're going to make a cigar that we saw as perfection. That is, when we come to market, when it's ready, when it's ready. And that's why the supply chain has been planned out for 10 years, right? Now we're at the point of supply chain where we are ready to expand. And that's why it was a perfect opportunity to bring on Joey, the best salesman that we have. And by the way, Joey, I think I've told you this, but I didn't want somebody from the industry. I want someone to think differently. I want someone who already loved the cigar before anything else, right? Because they get it. This cigar doesn't even have a name on it. Like, you have to be crazy to do what we have, but that's the quality of the cigar that when you smoke it, you say, okay, I love this. I love it. That's what it is. It's not the crazy stuff that we put out there. This is all about quality. And Joey is the perfect person to express that and convey what that means to the brand.
Thanks,
Beautiful. Awesome. That's beautiful, man. That's awesome.
That was very good. So you just, I'm sorry, Stephen, you just got on. Can you let us know what you're gonna smoke?
Light up
Here.
What you lighting up?
What you're lighting up?
Absolutely. So I picked up the Corojo, the red. And the red for me is like, so when I think of Corojo, I think of the Aladino Corojo Reserva. Have you guys smoked that?
Mm-hmm.
And when you think of that, right,
have.
you think of heat, you think of spice, you, like, right, that's immediate stuff. Okay, great. How do we take that to the next level of quality? And that's when we said, okay, what happens when we take this Ecuadorian wrapper with the Piloto Elite Selection? And that's when we came up with the red line. So it takes away, like Joey said earlier. And yes, Joey, I was watching, I was listening. But so it takes away that heat, and it just leaves taste. And it's like, okay, there's I'm biased, unbiased. There's nothing like this red out there. And who's smoking the red right now?
I am.
Sean.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, it's something that's like, hey, this is Corojo. I get it, but okay, this is what 7 years age does to this. That's the most unique thing I've ever tasted when it comes to Corojo.
Right. Yeah. It definitely has a unique profile, and it's kind of one of those profiles that you really have to. You can either turn off and just enjoy it because it comes across as a balanced profile, right? You get some spice, you got some sweetness, you got some other stuff going on in between, or you can be a total nerd like we are and like try to really think about like picking it apart. And some cigars are easy, right? Some cigars are just like, oh yeah, it's a little leather. You got a little leather in there, a little cedar. Some cigars are actually pretty nuanced, and I think when you add the age factor, it makes it something that, you know, you're kind of, you could really close your eyes and spend some time kind of undressing this, if you will.
And you know what's so interesting? Yeah, and Joey, like Joey knows this more than anybody now. People say, "Hey, ship me a sample." Okay, I used to do that. I ship them a sample, and then you don't hear anything. And when you do hear their feedback, they usually reply with, "I don't get it." It's like, no, you don't know what you're smoking. I get it. Right. It's not like when you think of Corojo, you think of this. You need to take yourself away from that, and this is what vintage tobacco is. Without the context, you can't understand it. Not everybody, right? I mean, some people immediately get it. They're like, okay, yep, I got it. But when we're able to sit down with them and say, this is what you're smoking, they go, okay, yep, I'm in. I will not ship any more samples just to smoke without sitting down and saying, okay, let's walk through this. This is what this is. This is how we do it. This is why we do it. Now, can you convey that to your customers? And that's why we would love to be in many more stores as long as the supply chain's not compromised, which, between sales and supply chain, we get in fights all the time, right? Which Joey and I all the time. But it's very, very selective. Like you were saying, Joe Torres gets it. The Ariston, the Nashville Cigar, Georgetown Tobacco, they get it. It's finding the right people that can convey that story, because we want the tobacconist to tell the story, not necessarily, hey, listen, this is this is our branding, and here's our marketing, and this is where we're spending all our dollars. All the money goes into this tobacco.
So, David, first cigar for a newbie. Somebody comes up to you. I've never smoked cigars. You look cool as hell smoking a cigar. What are you giving them? Which one?
Any of your ones. Yeah. So
which one?
I'm going with the blue. I'm going with the blue. And Joey, chime in on this one too. Like I don't tell very many people this, but we're taking these long draws, right? Hochi, even at Pro Cigar, which I just got back from, Pro Cigar, it's all about slowing down. So actually, let's do it on the call here. Take 30% of the draw that you have and just taste it. Just 30%. See what taste you get differently. It's different.
Yeah. It's a little smoother.
It's a little bit smoother, right? It's less. This is all about taking more time to enjoy vintage. Now I get it. I smoke all different cigars because I want to see what the industry is doing just to know. But San Pareil is about taking a little bit less. Now, one more thing: take 30% and now do the retrohale.
Okay. I love this. It's like homework.
Try that. And you're saying, okay, you know what? I have not. Well, I'm not gonna say anything. Tell me what your experience is.
I mean, they were both smooth for me. Now here at the midpoint of this cigar, I'm picking up like a real sweet note on the retro, which I think shined a little bit more with that short draw for me.
For me, brings forward the cream.
There you go. It's a different experience than what we're used to smoking all the time, right? We're drawing. Slow down. This thing has been aged for 7 years, 10 years minimum. It needs that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. For me, the wood note, it just amplified, and it's like, wow, it's just there, but it's smooth.
That's dope. Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Yeah, I'm one of the slower smokers on this panel. You know, we always have like a conversation before the show, like, which one are you smoking? And I was like, I'm gonna smoke the smallest ring gauge. I always pick the smallest. It takes forever to smoke. But yeah, no. Yeah, you gotta appreciate vintage for sure. And you could definitely tell like the tobacco's really clean. We were talking about the whole fermentation process and kind of like talking about how that your fermentation style probably gets rid of a lot of the impurities, you know, and it gets rid of all the ammonia,
harshness.
Yeah, all the harshness. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
100% agreed.
And I'm one of probably the faster cigar smokers on the panel, and for me to hear smoothness, nuance, all that stuff, it kind of scares me because I'm always like, well, I smoke a little bit faster. I'm an indulgent person. It's just my personality. However, when it's done right, and I'm not just saying this because you guys are on, like literally, Joey can attest to this. I lit up right before we started. I was like, oh, wow, it's great. When I do get those lighter notes, those nuanced notes, those no peppery, only like indulgent notes, I'm always like, well, this is going to be a fantastic cigar because it's done right. And that's exactly what I got when I started this, the purple. Frank, Texas Cigar Society, right above you. He had smoked the purple. He said it was great. I looked up all your blends. I read about them. I was like, all right, the purple sounds good for tonight, and I am not at all disappointed in my choice for this one.
Nice.
I think it's
This is really good too.
even if you happen to find yourself puffing more for whatever reason, you know, some people are just faster.
It's still smooth.
It's still very smooth. It never gets bitter, and I will feel like I think I will feel like, oh, I smoked a cigar today. You know, sometimes you can puff too fast. It doesn't get bitter, but you also just are like, well, I didn't really smoke anything, right? I don't feel like I'll get that from this. I'm rounding into the final right here, and I do feel like I've smoked something today. So
yeah, dope.
Very happy with that.
And how did you actually get to this blend, David? Did you actually go down to the factory and, you know, do some trial runs, or like, is it all over the phone, or?
Joey, do you want to talk about Crazy Aaron?
I would love to. It's one of my favorite stories, and I hope I do this one justice. It's
awesome.
When the blends were created, you know, I hear so much about Crazy Aaron and his savant palate. You know, one of the best palates that you're going to come across in somebody that was putting these blends together that smokes cigarettes and drinks Red Bull. You would never think that this man's got the palate that he has.
And just for background, Aaron is one of the founders as well. So just real quick, so the 5 bars are the five members, and we all came together to make this. So just some background of where Aaron comes into play.
So when you sit down, when Aaron sits down with Ho Chi and says, "This is, you know," and stop me if I'm wrong, David, but when you in 2016 or 2015 when this was approached and the idea was brought forward, the passion for tobacco had really left. You know, with everything being mass produced, there was nothing that was noteworthy in the market. and what they wanted to do was San Pareil. They wanted something that elevated the experience and luxury of a cigar. And Aaron said, I want this blend. I want it to taste like this from this field, this tobacco. And he worked it out with Hochi, and they said, okay, come back. Was it, 2 months, 3 months, David? He says, come
2 months. Yep.
He says, come back. He goes, I'll have these ready, and we'll give them a try. So Aaron comes back, and they sit down, and Hochi hands Aaron a cigar, and he pulls it. He gives it a draw a couple of times and looks at Hochi and said, this is not what we discussed. He says, I wanted this tobacco, this field, this note. And Hochi looked at him, and I like to embellish. I would like to think Hochi winked at him and says, I'm just testing you. He goes, now we can talk. And that's where all that, that's where the initial 3 series were originated.
Yeah.
Nice,
Nice. I mean, you just picture, like, anybody can make a brand now, right? You go to a factory and they'll make it.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. You hear so many horror stories of, like, yeah, absolutely, it's the same blend. It's not the same blend. Or we ran out of this yield from this farm, and so we need to put something else in there, just like Scotch, right? You make Macallan 12 or Macallan 18, whatever it is. It's a blend of all these different barrels together with a certain amount of water, and that's what that master blender does. Same thing with cigars, right? You're not going to have the same exact yield from the same exact year of the farm. You still need to blend it. That's why when we say our blends, we say Dominican Elite Selection, right? Every blend of our cigar is based on the Vitola. If you tell me, hey, tell me what leaves are in these, every single cigar is unique. It is not, and that's how we try to get that to be as close as possible for the best experience in that cigar.
That's dope. So you're optimizing the experience based on the size.
100%. If it doesn't taste right, we don't use that Vitola. And by the way, we've gone through different Vitolas, and we've said, you know what, that doesn't fit. We'd love to have the size. People love that size. It's not for San Pareil.
Yeah, like your Robusto, your regular Toro. I see a lot of Belicosos, Torpedos, Lanceros.
I was going to say, do you find it easier to blend for certain sizes than other sizes? Have you not mastered certain sizes, or is there just like, indulge on that a little bit?
Yeah. So, and by the way, the blending, we have 2 amazing master blenders at Tabacalera Palma. And they are the ones that, like, we do, like, they will make us whatever we want, but they're just as much invested in this project as we are. So we go through it and we're nitpicking the most out of it compared to anybody else. It is not a mathematical equation. It is not use less ratio. It is not that. And the combustion, the certain leaves and a certain combustion work better in certain Vitolas than others. So we have endless amounts of blends that taste great, but it's not Sans Pareil. So yes, it is. I think to answer your question, it is it easier to make one over the other? I say no. I think everyone is very unique. It depends on what we want to showcase the tobacco that we have, that we've aged to a certain level to taste the best it can in a certain size.
Very cool.
Right on. Let me just answer this question real quick. If you go to their homepage, which I can't mention the domain because of YouTube TOS, I believe they have a whole list of retail partners. You can go there and check it out. And online, I think Luxury carries them. Not sure who else, but they might be out of stock for now. But we'll talk to Chris about that.
Where's Luxury on these? I know that they reached out. I'm going to give them a hard time.
I've already done it. Don't do it again.
There you go. Joey, take care of this.
Yeah.
Joey's like, easiest podcast I've ever been on.
So here's a question to reverse it, right? I mean, people have been following the podcast. How did you guys all get together? What's your guys' story?
Yeah, Frank, what's the story?
So we just all became friends from just smoking cigars. We all followed each other. We all have our own YouTube and Instagram, and you know, we all do our own reviews and everything. So when I first started, I started watching all these people, and I met Hugo through YouTube, and Randall also. I started watching him through YouTube, and just I said, you know what, I feel like these guys would be perfect for a podcast because it's a contrast in people, right? Like, and that's why, like, you know, Hugo has his traits and his strengths and what he's good at, and Randall is a little more talkative and stuff like that. And then we added Steven recently because Steven is our resident cigar nerd. He's just a savant when it comes to cigars and Cuban cigars. So we needed somebody like that. So that's how kind of, and we had two other people prior before that were on that also had some good strengths, but they jumped off, and now it's only us four. But you know, it's a mix of just friends, and we wanted to, you know, put it on podcast because we just enjoy watching other podcasts. We're like, well, why not us, right? So that's how it all got started, and that's where we're at. And we just enjoyed. We enjoy, you know, having the conversations when it's just us, or when we have brand owners, lounge owners. It's just it elevates our conversation. So like I'm glad Joey, you know, when we invited Joey, I didn't, I'm sorry I didn't think about inviting you. I wasn't sure, but I'm glad you jumped on, and you know, future episodes we're definitely going to have you guys back again for sure, and we'll talk more about your brands, and maybe we'll fire up that the gold or the green next. But
13 and a half inch
I
Lancero.
appreciate it.
I would say, what do you guys? Of course, we're going to be back on. We're going to ship you Super Lanceros. I mean, who's not
Now,
gonna
now you have to be back on because even I will smoke that for 2 hours. Come on, people.
Yeah. David, are you the Lancero lover, or how did the Lancero come into the catalog?
That is Aaron. Aaron was the creator of that, along with Hochi. He had this. He saw it one time. I think it was Uday Hussein or something. He saw the double Lancero he had, and he went to multiple factories and said, "We want to do the Super Lancero, 13.5 by 40 ring gauge," and all of them said, "Nope, not doing it. It's too hard. If it's not perfect, it'll be a terrible experience." What other excuses did we hear? Oh, you're not going to make money off it. It's too cliche. No one will smoke it. We heard every excuse ever, especially when it came to the cost. And when we started it, we said, okay, this is back in 2016, 17, when our cigars were, you know, we haven't changed the price since 2016. So let's go with the MSRP of most of the cigars that we're smoking. Let's go around 40 or so, right?
Mm-hmm.
We came out with that in 2016. They were like, you guys are insane. Who are you? Get out of here, right? You don't deserve to be here. You can't charge that much for a cigar. Now you look at it and you're like, oh, everyone's selling those, right? People say that we just came too soon. Whatever it was, we planned our supply chain 10 years. And that's why the price hasn't changed. And it was, what Joey, what's so funny over
laughing there? Because what you just said, I came too soon. Right? Dude, I got it. I was
all right,
like,
guys, this is a lot of fun. I'm out of here.
I was like, let it go. And then Joey went crazy. And I was like, all right, I got a point to this guy.
Yeah, get that finger right.
Yeah,
aiming at me.
It's reversed.
You can't say that on YouTube, David.
Well, no, you can say it on YouTube.
Short.
You can say it on YouTube. Why
You
not?
can say on YouTube, you just can't smoke cigars on YouTube. Yeah.
I know, bro.
All right.
It's crazy.
But to end the story, that was good. I'm sure if you guys do clips and small things, I'm sure that's going to be one of them. Great.
That's for sure going to be one of them.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Randall does a lot of small things.
Hochi was the only one, and when Hochi's Hochi's a farmer, right? Yes, he's a businessman, but he's not the guy that is in front of the camera, which we're working on more, right? He is all about the farming, and he goes, "You guys have just as much passion about tobacco, just tobacco, as we do. Yes, I will do the project. I will do the project." And so that was the first cigar. We said, if we can't do the Super Lancero, we don't want to do any of them, because that was going to be the hardest one that we did. Even that wrapper is one leaf. Do you know how much waste we have to go through to get through to that cigar? It's unbelievable.
Just for people that are getting on and didn't see the first time I showed it. That's
Yeah,
we're
that
talking
thing
about.
ridiculous.
Joey out there whipping it out for everybody.
Oh
to see.
yeah, dude.
And
Joey
I don't
said, you
come-
want to
and
see
I-
13 and a half inches? Zoop.
Jesus. Okay, Randall. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so my time is over. All right, guys.
Hashtag after
We're-
dark.
We're professionals
Yeah, yeah.
here, sir.
Cigars after dark, right here.
Yeah. All right, I'm done for the next 20
so-
minutes.
So, David, you were saying that all of these cigars were based off of an initial blend. What can you tell us? What, like, for each, the blue, red, and purple, what vitola were they originally like rolled for this size? The I guess the coordination.
Right. Yep. So for the coronation, that was our base, right? Those were the classic sizes. And if you also notice, even the names, they're all based on 1930s. Like, we went through the catalogs of 1930s, which there's a website on there. I shouldn't tell anybody, but there are catalogs of these discontinued names of cigars. So you like look at the names of our cigars, like the green. The green is Belvederes or Sherry's or all of these different names that are like, okay, I've never heard of those. Those all came from 1930s catalogs of when cigars were, significantly growing in the Caribbean. And that's how we came up with these names. Very, very special. And that's where our creativity comes in saying, okay, what blend can we make that would fit that classic experience that is, I'm not going to say going away from what the industry, the industry really focuses on strength, right? I want that. And by the way, I love it for certain occasions as well. I mean, I'll give a shout out to Skip Martin and Mike Rosales from Romacraft, right? Give me that HN.
Oh yeah,
I was smoking that earlier today, that Neanderthal. That is a strong cigar, right?
Oh yeah, dude.
yeah, dude.
Right. Every cigar has an occasion. And I got this one from Joey. Cigars are, taste is the most personal thing that you can have, right?
Super duper.
Joey told me that, and I knew that, but I could never put it into words. And that was it. I was like, you're right. This is what we believe is the perfect experience for the quality of tobacco that we have.
Each of you question, how long does it take you to smoke the Lancero 13 and a half inches?
Well, Joey, when was the first one that you smoked?
It was with you, and both times I've had 3 just since last July, and they're 90 minutes plus. I mean, every time I've smoked it.
Yeah.
90 minutes. Jeez, that's pretty fast.
See, for Ugo, that's like 48 hours.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
For me, it's 90
Well, it's
minutes. So I'm like, okay, I can get a
that-
Toro size out of this.
Yeah, the ring gauge it does burn a little quicker. But yeah, it's and that was going slow. That was during an event a few weeks ago that we had done, and that was just very casual smoking, not fast drawing it. It was a solid 90 minutes.
Yeah. And I guess shout out to the cigar guys. We smoked Super Lanceros on that one. I don't know how long that took. If Alex is still listening, put that in the chat. I think it was like a 3-hour podcast. I can't remember.
Damn.
Nice. I'm just imagining Joey hanging out at an event, big ol' Super Lancero, all suited and booted, just chatting people up with this giant thing in front of him.
Y'all follow my Instagram. Y'all seen the video.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Hey guys, you smoke cigars?
No, you gotta hold it like this.
You play trumpet?
Don't make that gesture, Joey, please.
unless you want it clipped and turned into a short.
That's gonna be
How do you remove
an
audio?
AI. That's gonna be an AI photo later.
Yeah.
What I love about going to events with Joey is Joey walks in and it's just like, there he is, right? There he is. And it's the perfect sales guy, right? I walk in and they're like, who's this guy? Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's just like, this is great, Joey. I can like actually enjoy myself. This is awesome.
That's dope.
And Joey just works the entire room. He's meeting everybody. You know, he'll introduce people and like, great. I can have those one-on-one conversations, which I am better at, right? I mean, I can do whatever, but it's just like, great. I can have those one-on-one conversations where I can explain more of the nuances and have that type of relationship with the customers, and Joey can just take over the entire room. It's the
dynamic is incredibly honed for such a short time as partners in this business. It works out so well that, you know, with David being the CEO, it should be him kind of in the background and offering his expertise here and there, and even tonight, it's so appreciative that he was able to come on. I'm very thankful, and you know, when he shows up to events, you know, because the man's back and forth to New Jersey and the Dominican, and I think he just got back from Dubai a few months ago as well, so. He's constantly on the road, so I'm happy that I'm able to take a lot of that stress off of him of having to work the room.
That's dope, man.
That's awesome.
Speaking of on the road, how was Pro Cigar?
Oh, guys, have you been?
No.
Well, Joey knows this. Joey, I slept for 24 hours straight.
Oh yeah.
When I got back, I was so tired, but there is not an experience like it. It is. Especially when it comes to like the marketing, like reach out to Pro Cigar. If you guys, I'm sure they'll figure out a way to do tickets for media and stuff like that. If you guys would do content for them, etc. But it is anyone listening here. If you have an opportunity to go to Pro Cigar, you will have a whole new vision of what the tobacco industry is about, because you can go to, I think they have 4 days or three days. You get to see 3 different factories, right? You get to see how they process it. You have a whole new appreciation for what the tobacco industry is doing. And when people are like, well, why is it delayed? Why is it delayed? It is not making an iPhone. This is when it's ready, you know?
Exactly.
So very, very, and plus the entertainment, the food, the experience is just over the top, unreal. It's highly suggest everybody go to Pro Cigar at least once, experience what that's like. Go see your favorite factory. You want to go see La Aurora. You want to see, of course, Tabacalera Palma. You want to see Davidoff. Go enjoy it. Have a fun time. You will not regret it. It might be pricey, but it could be considered once in a lifetime for us cigar smokers.
I just want to ask real quick. We're talking about longer cigars, everything else, Lanceros, but I know for a fact I indulge in cigarillos sometimes. Steven, I know, does. I gotta go. I'm reversed for some reason. I gotta go this way as well. Which blend are you working on, a cigarillo style, or if you're not, which blend do you feel would lend the most to the cigar smoker who wants to spend sub 20 minutes smoking a cigar? Which one do you think would be like, oh, this would be a great short smoke with an espresso, a coffee, whatever?
So Joey, I'll let you take the purple line. I'll take the blue line. Okay. Each different. Well, I will also say, like, each blend has its own size that is smaller, right? So the smallest we have on the red is that Robusto, classic size, great, fantastic. But I'll go on the blue side. I enjoy smoking the Petite Corona. Just a very, very small cigar. I will smoke that with, it's about 20 minutes. Perfect size. I love holding it in my hand. It's not a cigarello as in the ring gauge, but it's the same time because of how short the cigar is. That's what I love to smoke when it comes to a short smoke. But Joey, on the purple side, Laguito, Carlota.
I was going to say the Carlota is probably the answer to your question is probably the best one. If you like the purple, we need to get you one of those in your hand. I think that'll really solve or answer that question.
Yeah, the purple's great.
Yeah,
I think that's the one I had to start off with, the little small, the smaller one, smaller ring gauge of the purple.
Yeah, and that's a Carlota, is a 34 by 5 7/10. Once again, crazy Aaron with the sizes, right? Has to be perfect.
Plus 2 inches.
Exactly. Yeah. The Laguito is a 30 by 4.5, and then of course on the blue that I enjoy, 42 by 4.
That's dope.
Very cool.
You're speaking my language. By the way, people in the chat, we're getting ready to do the giveaway. So if you haven't entered #Royal, go ahead and enter it now. If you already entered it, don't worry about it. Just one entry is fine. No, doesn't matter if you duplicate it. So we're gonna be doing the giveaway in a bit. There's a question here for. Oh, by the way, the cigar guy said 2.5 hours for that Super Lancero. And he also said that some of us smoked it in 1 hour. Wow, they were.
That was
huffing and
Jared. I guarantee it was Jared. Jared will smoke a cigar in about 30 minutes. A Toro, 30 minutes.
Wow.
Nice.
That sounds like Randall right there. Indulgent for
Yeah,
sure.
that's Randall. Yeah.
Thank you,
Don't
AJ.
have a clever comeback.
Thank you,
So, hello, I'm Randall.
North
Yeah,
Carolina.
guys, definitely hit that hashtag. Come on, guys. We're almost at the end of the episode. It's definitely worth getting the giveaway. I mean, fantastic cigars. I can only speak, like I said, 33.3%. But if any of them smoke like the purple, they're going to be great. So.
The blue is great too.
Randall,
I'm enjoying
Randall,
blue
the witty comment you were looking for is you like to finish early.
I'm not suffering from premature ejac. No.
No,
Do I look like I'm suffering? Do I look like I'm suffering?
There you
You got
go.
sound effects too? What is this?
There you go.
That's got to be Ugo.
No, I do gotta say
Seriously,
that.
guys, hit that,
Yeah, hit that like.
So let me ask you guys a question. So in this industry, who is your favorite person that you've met, or favorite celebrity, or who's the noteworthy person you've met?
I'll go ahead.
I met Michael Herlotz from Ferio Tego. He's a fucking chill ass dude. Yeah, Michael Herlotz, he's fucking badass. He's a musician, so I used to be a musician, so we kind of like, chopped it off.
Oh, cool. He also does the auction. He's an excellent auctioneer at Pro Cigar. Very, very cool guy.
Yeah, no, he drips cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
For me, the only one I think I've really ever met was Jeremy from Wildfire, and that dude is crazy. Like, I don't know if you've ever talked to him. That guy is nuts, literally nuts.
I
We
got
talked to him on the
down.
podcast, but yeah.
Is I'm trying to think of who that is. Is that the guy that has like a trailer, like a camper or something?
He lives in the fucking woods.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
He's like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
He's Sasquatch. Yeah, he is.
He's fucking Sasquatch, dude.
I got to throw down AG, Alex Glez of AG Cigars. Yeah, he's a legend in his right. Yeah, man.
Yeah. For me,
AJ's great.
so not including the podcast, including in person, I will say Eaton from Black Stogies. He's a local to North Carolina, and the way we met was not set up. He was sitting at a bar. I was getting a drink at a bar. He told the bartender, "Tell him Eaton from Black Stogies is here." And I just looked over at him and said, "Stogie like cigar?" And he said, "Yeah." And that conversation led to them eventually being on the podcast. But it also is a testament to that one thing we all like. Me and him had a super chill conversation that day. We were like, we got to connect in some way. We connected on Instagram. I was like, I have a YouTube channel. He was like, I'm a brand owner. I said, very cool. I'll support whatever. And even to this day, we chat on Instagram a lot. But I haven't met the bigger guys at PCA or anything. But I will say that doesn't necessarily matter, because as long as you're passionate about what we are all passionate about, right? That's the beauty of this industry. And doesn't matter how deep you are into it, just the casual viewer in it, reviewing whatever, or in media, right? That's mine.
Awesome.
Very, very cool. I would say I don't get starstruck. I'm always honored to meet you. That's like that. But there's one that caught me off guard, and that was actually at not this past Pro Cigar, but the year before. I'm closing a deal with a gentleman in Bahrain, at Tabacalera Palma. We're going through all the stuff, and I just hear this loud noises over in Hochi's office. And Chico Che, one of the employees there, goes, "David, come over here." I'm like, "Okay, I'm trying to close a deal here." Like, no, come over here. I'm like, "Okay, fair enough." There are 8 Jamaicans in his office, and Usain Bolt has the Super Lancero in his hand.
Nice.
And I'm like,
Wow.
what is going on right now? Like that was the first time. Like, it just like, how you say it? You just don't expect these things to happen. Like when you start making cigars, right? It's not like you do this for this reason, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course not. But then you just see these, like, it's like, oh my gosh, like it just never. You never take it for granted of just the amazing people, and like, hey, walk me through your experience, right? Completely different world than what I'm in. So that was a very cool experience. Him smoking the Super Lancero.
I love
Dude,
that.
cigars are the social lubricant for
Yep.
sure. They bring people.
How
What
about
about
you,
you,
Joey?
KY? The KY
Yeah.
who's cigars right there.
Yeah.
No, pure Astroglide.
Shit, dude.
So I got to tell you guys a crazy story, man. So I was, me and David actually went to the Red Phone booth in Atlanta for an anniversary party. And David had a prior engagement. I think he was picking a friend up from the airport, had to leave early. And I'd stayed behind, and I was doing my thing, networking and talking to people. And I was sitting with 2 young ladies. They were event coordinators. And I'd give them a couple of cigars, having a good time. And about 15 or 20 minutes into the conversation, Marlon Wayans comes walking into the Red Phone booth.
Oh shit.
And has his entourage with him, and he comes walking in, and of course I point him out to the people I'm sitting with, and he of course he makes his way around the room. Now the 2 ladies that I'm sitting with they were attractive young ladies, so of course that it brought him to our table. And of course he starts talking to him. I make a joke like I do with him, and we laugh a little bit. He walks away, and I waited a few minutes. He was talking to some folks, and I walk up behind him. I said, Marlon, you gonna have a cigar tonight? He goes, absolutely. I said, you mind if I get your first one? He goes, yeah, man, love that. So I walk in, and as I'm walking to the humidor, I'm good friends with the CO or the COO there, and he looks at the tobacconist. He goes, "Get Joe anything he wants on the house." And he didn't know that I was walking in there to get cigars from Marlon. So I walk in, and I grab my gold Jetto, and Marlon has his own line. I think it was Liga Tridente was his line. So I grabbed his because I'd never had it, and I walk out and I hand it to him. And to be cool in the situation, I was going to just walk off. I wasn't going to linger. And as I turn around to walk away, he kind of grabs me, by the back of the arm. He goes, "No, man, come enjoy it with me. I want to know what you think." So I end up, he walks me to a section. He has what I found out later was his film crew. He had his director and his stunt coordinator and a lot of folks that were there that I was talking with. And again, didn't know at the time who I was talking to, but was having a great time. And, 4 hours later, and about three more cigars and about 7 drinks. I mean, we had a great time, man. And he was probably one of the most down to earth celebrities, man. And we still text to this day, man. He's turned into a good friend of mine. And awesome. to go back on that story, which this is probably one of my favorite just since I've been in this industry, and I've had this contact since before tobacco, but a good friend of mine is he's a chief of staff for another celebrity. And he calls me on the way to that party, and he goes, "Hey Joe," he goes, "is it you that has the connections at the Red Phone booth?" And I said, "Yeah, man, it's a small world. I'm on the way there now." And he goes, "Good." He goes, "Cause my tour manager's with Chris Stapleton, and they're going to the Nashville location. I need a door code." And I'm like, and I laughed. I was like Chris Stapleton needs help getting into a bar in Nashville. And so I called the COO that I was going to see at the red phone booth, and he gives me the code, and I get there, and of course I'm sitting with Marlon Wayans all night long. And of course, so now my street credit with them, he has no idea that I'm not really affiliated. I just know these people. And he comes up to hug me by, and he whispers in my ear, he goes, "You just know everybody?" So that was probably my favorite story, just since I've been in this industry, of who you get to meet. And it was and it just happened to be him, man. And I'm always scared to meet celebrities because you never know who they are off the screen, but he was one I definitely was glad I met.
That's awesome.
That's dope. Nah, man, you get surprised when you meet smoking cigars, man. It's awesome.
Absolutely.
But are you guys ready to do this giveaway? Let's see who's the lucky winner tonight.
Do it.
All right, let's go. All right, so it's hashtag Royal. I think everybody's see, we got 31 entries. Let's go ahead and take a spin.
Come on.
You guys are gonna sign it, right?
Yes, we're signing it.
Yeah,
All right,
we'll
you
sign
sign
it.
it. Awesome. Make it a collectible.
Hologram.
Yo,
This one wins
hologram.
all the time. Hey, all right.
Hologram.
Like it.
All right.
All right, hologram. That's
Hologram.
awesome.
Let's see if he's still here.
Congratulations.
Oh yeah,
Hologram
hologram.
check.
You
We
gotta
got
be here,
check.
brother.
Oh,
You
he
gotta be
just
here, man.
Let's
he
see.
entered the hashtag at a few minutes ago, 5 minutes ago. So let's see if he's still
Yes.
in.
Yeah, he's here. He's here.
He's
All
here.
right.
All right, buddy.
All right.
Very
All right,
good.
Gabriel, just go ahead and send me a DM or send one of us a DM, and we'll get it to Joey.
Yeah, y'all get me the address, and I'll get it shipped out ASAP.
Thank you.
All
Big.
right. Congratulations, hologram. It's a good one.
Yeah,
There was
congrats.
Question. I'm assuming this question is for David because Joey already gave us his story of how he got into cigars. Saying what got you into cigars initially, and do you think quality of cigars now have gone down due to more people wanting to get into producing cigars? That's a good
Yeah, good
question.
Oh man, you're asking me to talk bad about the industry. Okay, we go. No, I'm kidding. So when I graduated college, I was working at Dow Chemical in Midland, Michigan, a chemical town, and I went to a cigar shop, and that's where I met Crazy Aaron. Aaron, he owned a cigar shop there, and he was eccentric about taste, aging, all of this stuff, and he opened my palate to show what happens when you take a cigar and you age it for 3 months, 6 months, a year. I have stuff in my humidor from 1999 from Paul Garmerian, right?
Oh, PG.
That stuff. Yeah. I mean, will I smoke it? Probably not. I'll just leave it there. But only time I take like vintage aged tobacco out is when I want to share it with somebody, right? But not every cigar is meant to age. Back to the question. That's
True.
where I got into premium cigars. And we just kept putting cigars away, aging them 5 years. Like, oh, this is you buy a box and then you put a box away for aging. And you smoke the box throughout the year and you're like, wow, I'm really enjoying it now. Maybe now is the right time to open up the rest of the box and smoke the rest of them, or give them to friends and smoke them together, etc. So it kind of became a collector from that perspective. And then this is when Aaron wanted to do it. When we saw the cigar industry where it was going, we were like, okay, we need to do something different here. And that's where we networked our way, and that's where we met Hochi, and he was the first one, or the only one, that would do with what we wanted to do with the quality and the age of the tobacco, and had the access to the tobacco. Hochi, before he had La Galera, he has 5 generations of producing tobacco, fermenting, selling, trading, moving back and forth before he had La Galera. So 5 generations. I think now they're coming out with La Galera has the 90th year this year. So 90 years of his family in the tobacco industry. And so, yeah, that's how I got into it. My background is supply chain. So it was a perfect segue to when the opportunity was right, or the right timing. That's where I came in, and making sure that we have adequate tobacco, working with the factory, leading large scale projects. That's how I got into the role. So yeah, we started it in. We talked about it in 2014, 15, and then went into production fully. Getting the tobacco in 2016 and came to market in 2017. So we were collecting tobacco for quite a while, and now this is where we're at, having years and years of inventory, just sitting there saying, okay, is it ready? Or do we have the right retailers? So that's how I got into the industry.
Nice.
That's
Now,
dope.
you mentioned in your answer that not every cigar is meant to age, and so what makes the selection right for this?
Yeah, multiple things. I could go into a lot of details if we had six more hours for the Super Lancero. But what I will say is, for our cigars, when we say elite selection, what that means is we have people sorting through the tobacco by hand, and it's not just taking the tobacco and putting it into the taking the best of the wrapper and using it for San Pareil. The filler, the binder, and the wrapper is the top 10% of the yield minimum. So we get the best of the tobacco. This is for San Pareil. This is for San Pareil. Not all of that goes into it. We take the whole yield from the farm, but we use the top selection for San Pareil. So when I say what makes one of the things that makes this special is that we have people hand selecting these leaves by hand and looking at them visually and feeling them and saying, this is what we need for San Pareil.
Nice. Kind of like the Bejique process of selecting the what is it? What's it called, Steven? That
You're
leaf they use
thinking
for
of
the
medio tiempo.
the medio tiempo, totalmente a mano. Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will say, I'm not saying I think whenever you have an influx of people making cigars, this is natural. It is just part of the process. Not everything's equal. It's just like a performance review, right? Not everybody can be at this level.
Right.
You need to have this band and this band and this band, and you have all of those. And there's a time and place for each of those. With more and more companies coming into the industry, it's not all equal. But you love what you love. If you love that cigar for whatever reason it is, great, enjoy it. But there are definitely differences in the quality of cigars when you have that influx of that many brands coming out and saying, I want to make a cigar. That's what I'll say about the influx of all these new brands coming in. And I think that's one of the hardest things about new brands coming in is, and this is for retailers, and I don't blame them. I have 2 cigar lounges in Kansas City that I just do bookkeeping for now. But I look at that and I say, is this company going to be around in 2 years? Right? I just did all the work to bring people to love this brand. Are they going to be around? Are they going to make it? That's another hurdle that Joey faces, right? Luckily for us, we've been around for what now? Almost 10 years.
10, 11 years,
so
yeah.
that is something that is a testament to the company. But just like any company, most companies don't last more than. You're lucky if you last more than 5 years.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you mentioned your price point. Definitely for the current market, it's a little bit elevated for a boutique brand, and it was for sure elevated in 2016 for a boutique brand, and boutique brands started barely coming around. What do you think is the key to your success to that? Was it your advertising, marketing, word of mouth?
I will give an answer, and then I also want Joey to give his answer from a different perspective, right?
I was gonna say, let me jump in on this one.
So I'll go first. You go second, right? So when I look at it and I say, like, what allowed us to be successful, and I don't take this for granted one bit. If you know tobacco, if you're really into the industry, Hochi Blanco.
Yeah.
I mean, what he does for the people in the Dominican Republic is unbelievable. Having access to that tobacco and the supply chain, and knowing that it's going to be available, and taking a lot of those headaches away. You can share that story with retailers and saying, like, well, are you going to have enough tobacco? Yes, we will. We will absolutely have enough tobacco, and we will not go faster than what the supply chain. Even though I know Joey wants to go faster, the supply chain's not right. We will not move faster. So when it comes to our success, it is the credibility of the factory. I more than anything, anybody that tells me I can't tell you what factory it's made in, that's the biggest red flag I could ever hear. You're not going to tell me who makes it, right?
Yeah.
I need to know what factory it is, because that's the number one credibility of where do they get the tobacco, who's making it, who's rolling it, how do they, all these things like that. So for me, Tabacalera Palma, I will tout that factory till the end of time. Hochi and what his family and all of the employees at the factory do, they're the miracle workers here. We made the blend. They're the ones that do everything in the background that allow us to be successful. Joey, thoughts?
It's not to give any kind of a sales lesson. I mean, what sells, what challenges we face is that, as the price point is difficult. And you always want to ask compared to what when you're buying an experience, which is why we are selective in where we put San Pareil. Is it too expensive? Is the price point elevated for this mom and pop lounge? Is it elevated for the red phone booth? Is it elevated for Empire Social? It's where it's put and the demographic that we're selling to. But again, you're not really focused on price point. It's easier, storytelling is a big part of it. Relationships, even bigger part of it. But when I sit down with somebody that smokes cigars, like we were talking about samples and somebody not knowing, what they have in their hand, versus you guys. I mean, you guys know exactly, with us talking to you, even without us talking to you, you would know, like Randall was saying with the cold draw, like he knew before he lit the cigar, he goes, this is probably going to be a really good stick. And that's generally what happens when we send the right person the cigar. So is it inflated to the right person? Absolutely not. I walk in when I spent $85 on the first Gold Jetto that I bought it with the expectation I was getting what I paid for, and I wanted the experience. I was having a special night with some friends out, on the town and having some drinks, and I wanted something fantastic, and I got it. Did I think it was elevated? No, not at all. But again, that falls back on who you ask. And when we go to the lounges, and if we get that objection, if price point is the main thing that they say to us, it's not an arguable point. If it's too high for you, I completely understand. And I'm not going to try to go back and forth in the sales. I'm not like this. I don't take no for an answer, but they tell you if they're the ones that walk into the humidor and grab, a $10 or $15 cigar, and that's their go-to, and don't want to spend $40 on the cigar, I ain't going to make them. But it's still for me, the easiest part of this. And like I told you at the beginning, it sells itself. It's such a good cigar. All 5 series are so good, that it's difficult for somebody that knows what they're smoking, to give any kind of objection after they smoke it. And I look at them at that point and shrug my shoulders. I said, what are we waiting on? Because this is not a sales pitch. This is an opportunity. So that's where I stand on it.
And there's something else that I've been thinking of, and this is more on the behavioral economics, right? What activity can you do that is less than that's a 2-hour experience that's less than $40?
Right.
You're going to buy a cocktail for $20, right? I mean, not every place, right? But you're going to buy a cocktail for $20. Yeah, you're going to probably buy 2. There's $40 right now, and it's gone.
Yeah.
You go to a movie.
We love that behavioral economic. It's one of my favorite words. We don't use it often enough. If I come to you guys, and I had a series of Opus that you guys have never had before, you're inclined economically to be excited. You're probably going to like it. You're going to think, man, I'm excited. Man, I want to. This is a new opus. Heck yeah. I come to you with something comparable, something that is aged, something smooth, draws good, that you never heard of. You're inclined to be skeptical. You're going to look at it and be like, man, I hope this is good. There's different trains of thought, and most of the industry is that way. You can call them gatekeepers if you want. They're with the boutique market and how many boutique cigars are flooding the market now. It does make it more challenging for us, but we know what we have. You guys know what we have. All of our retail partners that we are greatly appreciative to, they know what they have. The business model is absolutely proven with us, and we do it over and over on a daily basis. We put when the cigars go on the shelf, we're front and center with helping them move. We're hosting the smoking socials and making sure that they don't just sit there. We don't want to see San Pareil with a 15 or 20% discount off because the lounge is trying to get rid of them. That is not the reputation we want anywhere in the U.S. So we're diligently making sure that doesn't happen.
Right on.
Very cool.
Makes sense.
Awesome. We got a question here from Jonathan Jackson asking Monte Cristo versus Perdomo. If you're talking about New World Monte Cristo, I'll go with Perdomo. But if you're talking about Cuban, I'll go with Monte Cristo.
Yeah,
Same
for sure.
here,
Same.
same here.
I think it's a unanimous answer there.
Yeah.
But
For
question for the brand itself, any plans on a new line or an extension to an existing line in the near future? Or what are the plans for San Pareil in the, let's say, 2027? Because I'm pretty sure 2026 is already done.
Yeah. So right now we're refocusing, not refocusing. We're coming out with brand new packaging. So you've probably seen on our social media the new packaging for the gold line. It is an absolute gorgeous humidor box. It is piano finish. It's amazing. It's gold. It's black. It's just unreal. We'll be debuting that at PCA 2026.
Nice.
Also looking at some new packaging as well for our other colors. So you can see the boxes we have. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them to death. They are simple. They are gorgeous. But it's something where the industry has changed as well. So we're not ready to share what that looks like yet, but we will having new packaging as well. I just was at the box factory in the Dominican Republic, so that is on the way as well. I will say we have two sizes for the gold. The two sizes are the Super Lancero and the Toro. People love. Sorry, yeah. The Jetto is the Toro size. Yeah. And right, so very, very simplistic. You can see the wood grain is gorgeous. I love it, but it can get lost in the retailer's humidor, right? But when people see it, they're like, "This is like a jewelry box. It's gorgeous." Yeah. So for the new gold, we are working on a new size that is a smaller Vitola, just because they love the taste of it. Just they don't want to spend the entire time smoking that. We have not finalized the Vitola or the blend, but it will be for the gold. I'm hoping to get that into production this year, and then we'll roll it out in 2027. Because of course it goes go to market. The new packaging. What will it look like? Will it be will it be in a vase? Will it be in a box? Will it be in a leather, some sort of thing where they can take something home? We're bouncing around a lot of ideas, but yeah, we will see.
Very cool.
So being that those are like larger ring gauge and longer ring gauge, it's probably going to be like something shorter, something more, like a quicker smoke, right? Just forecasting.
If I'm gonna, right, yeah. So if I'm gonna pick a size, which do not put this on a clip, all right, and clip out what I just said before, okay. If I had to pick a size, it'll be like a Robusto or something, so something that's a smaller Vitola,
right?
So yes, that's something that we're looking at.
Nice, very nice.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So yeah,
still nubbing this delicious.
Yeah, I'm I can't even smoke no more. I am burning my lips, so I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. I finished first, as per
Oh,
usual.
yeah, Randy.
We know.
So what did you guys notice when you took off the band?
It was very easy to take off. I mean, it did, no problems.
It's those small details. It is like, you know, how you get to the end of a cigar and you try to take the band off and it rips or something. It's those small things. You could take the band off from the beginning and it would be just as easy.
Yep.
Those are the things that I love. Yeah.
Yeah, the torpedoes just come off because obviously it tapers, but
Yep.
Yeah.
but yeah, that's one thing.
I burned mine.
Being a cigar reviewer and saving these for your cigar journal, that's always a headache when sometimes they're freaking wrapped around like 3 times and they put like crazy glue and gorilla glue, and it's kind of annoying.
So how do you guys do ratings? What's your criteria? Walk me through that.
Who wants to go first on that? That's kind of like
I mean,
I'll go.
my answer is kind
Go
of
ahead.
easy, but for me, I don't do ratings anymore because I just don't think it's helpful. My first year when I did cigar reviews, I did give ratings, but I think giving a summary of the experience means more to a consumer. It's like consumers generally know kind of what they're looking for, whether they want like an earthy, spicy profile, what notes they might be interested in for those that are able to taste those. So I try to give the experience now, and I've been doing that for over a year now, kind of in that format. And I think it's at least to me better received. That there isn't stress. So especially to smaller brands who reach out to me and they kind of want to talk about, putting their brand out there, they might be a little nervous about what that looks like. It's like, well, I want him to review my cigar, but gosh, I don't want it to be a bad one. And so I think it leaves them kind of in a comfortable place where they're like, well, he's just going to give his experience. Like, I'm not going to get a 70 out of 100 because he doesn't do a score. So I think I've changed to doing it that way, but everybody's perspective is different. So you guys can chime in with what you do.
Yeah, I similar to Steven, I don't think I've ever really given a rating because I'm not good with math. So if I started giving like a 4 for taste and all that, what I do, I pretty much default to liking everything. And then if something does bother me, I do bring up, well, this is kind of a hassle, whatever. But I try to focus on exactly what's positive about the cigar experience for me in general. So even very recently, I did a review on a cigar, and I said, this one's not blowing me away. It's been done many times, and the same blend's been done many times. But if you haven't smoked as many cigars as I have, you may actually enjoy this a lot more. And because I think everybody should try it for themselves. They shouldn't just take my review as God's rule or whatever, right? And I just, as a cigar content creator, I'm having fun because I was going to be out here anyway. And the fact that I also love video, audio, all that stuff is just helpful for me because while I'm out here, I feel like, well, I'm getting something done right now. I'm doing something for my channel, right? Like I do have my own side cigars that I enjoy, but if I feel like, well, I need to probably put out a cigar for my channel, I do specifically have cigars that are kind of in a different area that I'm like, all right, this one's safe for review if I only have one, whatever. But much like Steven, I don't really do a rating per se. I just say, yeah, definitely check it out. Decent, whatever. And then if I really like it, I say, you got to check it out, right? That's about as much as I do.
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah. So I started with a rating system that was quantity based, not numerically based. So like box worthy, 5-pack, single, whatever. And then I dropped that a few episodes ago, and kind of, are we getting World War III? Iran's attacking back.
Oh, we have someone in Iran over here.
Don't go there.
But yeah, now I emphasize more. If cigar is really smooth, I really emphasize, this is a really smooth cigar. All my reviews are done in the morning, first cigar of the day. So clean palate, usually just pair with coffee or water. And like they mentioned before, we the whole panel, we'd never trash talk a cigar like, oh, this cigar sucks, because it probably, it's good for the other person, right? But
Yeah.
if there's something that I taste in there, it's like, oh, I don't really like this note or whatever I'm picking up. It's not for me, not for my palate. And basically that's it. And at the end, I just say I really enjoyed the cigar. If you haven't checked this one out, or if it's like a bold cigar that's like balanced within itself, I say that, like, yeah, this is a bold cigar for me for first cigar of the morning. But I know that there's a lot of consumers, a lot of cigar smokers in the U.S. that like that boldness. So I'm like, if you're that type of guy, you're gonna love this cigar, especially the first cigar of the day. For me, I will probably revisit the cigar as a second cigar of the day. Why? Because my palate's already warmed up. That spice that I picked up is probably going to be decreased as a second cigar of the day after I have like lunch or something. And that's basically it.
Yeah, and for me, I still do the. Well, I was doing at one point the 5, like the 1 to 5, but it's kind of hard because like for a while I was having like several different, like several 4s, and it's kind of like I felt like it didn't seem like I was being genuine about it. So now I stick with like just like the box worthy, 5-pack rebuy, whatever. But I also do mention, like, if I had a couple of cigars that I did review and I didn't like, but I do always make a point to like say, hey, it was for me, it was too spicy, or hey, but Pepperhead's out there. This is definitely for you, right? You always try to be positive about the the cigars you're reviewing, and people work their ass off to make these blends and make these cigars. You don't want to just be like, hey, this is dog shit. You want to be like, hey, this for me, it wasn't, but I'm sure someone out there will enjoy it and love it. And like I said, we all of us on this podcast, we kind of like, we're positive about stuff like that. So we really don't,
I mean, we like to
trash
smoke, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any cigar is a good cigar for the day if you have to have one.
100%. And like, I mean, I'm thinking like somebody offers you a cigar, right? Like Joey, if we were, which I don't fish, but if we were out fishing or something, right? And you offered me a cigar, something that I wouldn't like, I really don't enjoy that, right? Or it got a bad rating. It's the best cigar of the day.
right.
Yeah.
Lure cigars.
There you go.
That's right. It's out.
Good.
I think of it. I'm like, man, it's such a so many people put so much into these cigars. I am all for you guys. Go for it. Like, I hope everyone is successful, because what you put into this industry is just as I say, it's thankless, but it is so hard every day. So I applaud anybody who tries to venture into this, including you guys on the podcast side. I mean, this is getting on here and talking about it. It is that takes time, that takes effort. That you have people that you're replying to messages. So yeah, it's a unique industry, and I love what everyone does.
Thank you.
And regardless of what we say, it's a highlight, it's a spotlight for the brand. So whether it's good marketing or bad marketing, it's marketing. So that's that, right?
Yep.
Gabriel here saying, what's a cigar usually you guys tend to lean towards that's not your own? Smoking outside of San Pareil.
Go ahead, Joey.
Oh my gosh. I'm a Fuente guy. Opus is usually go to the most available, like the Lost Cities or Forbiddens, the God of Fires. I usually go to. There's a few. And I'm kind of like David, man. If you give me a cigar, I usually enjoy it. Like Randall was saying, I'm a cigar fan. I got into it walking into a humidor and not knowing what anything was, grabbing 2 or 3 that I've never had just to try it, and eventually after a couple of years, I tried everything in the humidor. But yeah, Fuente Padron is usually the go-to if I walk in somewhere and they got a good Padron selection. I'll grab an anniversary like the 60 year is really good. But yeah, it's still for me, I guess, and my wife will tell you I'm very bougie anyway, but it's usually still the higher end cigars.
Well, and there's something to be said about that, right? Like it's nice, even if you're not smoking them right away. It's that extra piece of the whole industry of collecting and saying, "Oh, I have these," right? It's nice to say, "Here's my collection. Oh, these are this and these are this," right? Like just the same with boxes. Oh, I have boxes of this, or I have
one of my marketing, we brought him on. He handles the website for us. He's a really good friend of mine. He aged a 20-year anniversary Opus. Had it in his humidor for 3 or 4 years, just saving it for a special occasion. And he brought it. We had a mountain trip. We took the families up to the mountains a few months ago, and he brought it with him. And he gave it to me. It was very generous of him. Of course, we exchange cigars, pretty often. And hands me this Blue Band 20-year Opus, and it's one of my favorite cigars. And I've got video of it. I should post it. But from the start of the cigar to the end of the cigar, I never ashed. It never fell. I smoked it all the way to the nub, all the way, and it was still hanging on. When that ash finally fell, I could almost not smoke it anymore. Similar to what Frank was just showing us. He's like, I'm burning my fingers or burning my lip.
Yeah.
When the ash fell, I laid the cigar down on the fire pit and we played taps like from the military. So like one of the greatest experiences in smoking was that 20-year Opus, and it wasn't because he aged it probably, but it was just a fantastic smoke, and that was just such a go-to great cigar story, because I've never smoked another cigar that I smoked all the way through and never ashed it.
That's my goal.
Yeah.
It's a goal setting thing right there. I've smoked.
It was heartbreaking when the ash fell. I looked at it. I'm like, oh
no,
and I just sat it back.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, nice. Oh well, thank you guys for coming on, and we appreciate the conversation, David and Joey. Hopefully, when that news extension for the gold comes out, we can have you guys back. Maybe smoke that one.
Definitely want y'all back for sure.
Oh yeah.
There you go, Frank. I like it, buddy.
Yeah.
You guys being my first podcast, it has been an amazing experience, man. I was worried. I had joked back and forth with Frank that I was having second thoughts. I said, I'm not cut out for this.
Hey,
anxiety
first.
And well, the examples were your episodes, and they're always, they're an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. I watched the one with Stefan. It was going, it went into an hour and 45 minutes, and I told my wife today, I was like, I can't talk for an hour and 45 minutes. I was like, what am I going to do? But you guys have been amazing, man. I would love to join you guys. I hope I get to meet you guys down the road when we come out and we host events in your area. We come to North Carolina, Randall. We'll definitely try to make an effort to message you and come see you.
Yeah, let me know.
Our retail partners that are watching, our family and friends, I know we had shared me getting on, and I'm thankful for you guys logging on and watching and supporting. And hopefully, we get this helps increase the footprint with your guys' help, and I can't be more appreciative of that.
Yeah, and it's gonna go both ways. We're gonna tomorrow, or Steven will do it tonight, but we usually post, what we smoked tonight. We'll tag you guys, we'll collab, and hopefully it goes off the rails with that. And thank you guys. Glad that you guys had a great time. Yeah. Anything else you guys want to share before we get out of here?
Yeah, I'm gonna track you guys down at PCA.
Oh yeah, PCA is he's gonna rep us at PCA. Steven's the only one going this year.
Yep.
Okay, great. Yeah, we'll be at the La Galera booth.
Perfect.
So we will be there. It's going to be a great time. Their booth is looking awesome. We're really excited, and even next year is going to be even bigger.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, Joey and David, hang on. We'll talk in the green room. And for the chat, thank you guys for joining. Thanks for joining the giveaway. Thank you guys for giving away that 3-pack. And we'll catch you guys next week.
I appreciate it, everybody.